I loved CW. The Novice, and then, heck, I ran CW for a long time. But as I got older, when I got really old, I found it very difficult to copy in my head.
When I got really old.
It was really, wasn't any fun. So now, and then I went into digital stuff. I went into Contestia and Olivia and, a whole bunch of different digital things, which I thoroughly enjoyed. But now I just get on sideband, I rag to. I really like hearing people's voices, inflections in the voice, the laughter, it's kind of like body language. So I'm good with that now. That's just fine. Yeah, my wife and I moved, as I said, 9 years ago. I did not bring all the tube equipment. I had tons of equipment. And I thought, well, the last thing I need in August in Georgia is a bunch of radios generating a bunch of heat. so I sold most of it and brought the solid state gear, and I've since upgraded the station. Very happy with it. Over.
Yeah, very good. Very good. I remember what I was going to say.
If you could get rid of that reflection there. There we go. So I'm kind of testing out my new antenna just to see how it performs as a C-shaped dipole instead of a loop. It tunes all the same bands.
Okay, well, good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I was in junior high school, and I had one of my classes was electric shop, and the instructor, the teacher, was a ham radio operator. So on Friday afternoons after school, he would give novice lessons, and I thought that was about the neatest thing I'd ever run into. So for several weeks after school, I'd attend the novice class, and before I discovered girls, and so I was enthralled with that. So I immediately got my novice license, got a really simple crystal control 50-watt station, and just loved it. Over.
Yeah, okay, very good. Well, my story kind of was started with the TV radio and Kids and Girls. So I got a side there that was all, I went down so I could work the side stations, out of band, stuff like that, from the car. So back when the sunspot cycle was really good, like it's about to be now, I was talking about Australia from the car with a little amplifier. But then I got to keep women on the TV, so I would keep the women around for a while, but I finally got into a club and started to practice at and I got my first, I think it was my first license. I think that's the 5 working minute
You bet. Yeah, I had, it's 5 words a minute as a novice, and then 13 as a general, and then as an extra, it was 20, which I did. And so that was a long time ago. Oh, I chased DX2. I was really big into that a few years ago. And I've got a bunch of friends, ham radio friends, and we have Zoom calls, and I tease them because they talk about, oh yeah, I got 300 contacts, 300 countries on ST8, and I tease them. I say, hey, it doesn't count unless you get the cards over.
Yeah, right. Well, I've got the dinner, so I just said to the wife, and happy wife kind of thing. I'm sure you understand that one. So I'd love to keep talking. I'm going to go watch the TV too. where are you, production in the town, but where's that relation to Atlanta or Macon, Georgia, something like that?
Okay, it's Cohutta. Just remember the HUT, Cohutta. It's right up against the Tennessee line. It's just below Cleveland, Tennessee. So our home here is 1.5 miles from the Tennessee line. We're in the forest. We're on 44 acres, which is quite a contrast from Southern California. And nice chatting with you, Richard. So what kind of soup are we having tonight, Dylan?
It's gonna be chicken noodle or something to that effect, over.
Okay, whatever cans you got there, is that correct, over?
Yeah, I think you got it, Stephen. That's the most cans and whatever I can get going for her throat, she can barely talk. She's down to like 50 pounds now. So, anyway, again, the amateur dice said 73 stuff. Let's do my quick papa and then duo.
Okay, Richard. Well, take care of Mama there. That's very, very important. And give her a little snuggle and some soup and hopefully a couple of aspirins, and hopefully she'll feel better in the morning. Well, all the best to you. We're having soup too. That's funny. With some homemade bread. 7 3s. And I love your call sign. NX20 WM6B.
KG7HBR.
HBR, go ahead.
Yeah, it's Kilo Golf 7 Hotel Victor Romeo. I got on here because I've kind of made some changes to my antenna, and I heard you guys booming in here.
Yeah, give me your call sign again, HBR, over.
Kilo Golf 7 Hotel Victor Romeo in Arizona.
Oh, great. Very good. KG7HBR in Arizona. Hey, I've spent a lot of time in Arizona. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm an old desert rat from Southern California. I lived in the desert, the low desert in Palm Springs, the high desert in Palmdale. So I know all about the desert, and traveled to Arizona on business a lot, and always enjoyed my trips there. Handle here is Steve, Sierra Tango Echo Victor Echo in northwest Georgia. KG7HBR, WM6B, over.
Yeah, QSL. We're in Prescott Valley, 7 miles from Prescott, so we're like at 5,100 feet. They're about like 52, 53. So we're just shy of a mile high elevation in the high desert here.
You bet. And what's the name there?
The name is Bram, like Bram Stoker's Dracula, Bravo Romeo Alpha Mike.
Fine, Bram. Okay. Well, I've been to Prescott. And Prescott, Flagstaff, some of the higher altitudes there, but I enjoyed all my trips there. To Arizona, had some great Mexican food there. I used to travel there. Spent a lot of time in the Phoenix, Mesa area, Tucson, etc. KG7HBR, WM6B.
Yeah, we've got a ham fest coming up in Oro Valley, Marana, or whatever, outside of Tucson this weekend. I'm contemplating if I really want to drive 2.5 hours to go down there, but yeah, it's a pretty big state. It's like everything is like 1.5 hours away from us where we're at. You know, it's 1.5 hours to Phoenix, 1.5 hours to Flagstaff. You know, and it's all pretty spread out. Over.
Yeah, well, thank goodness for Amazon delivery, right? Over.
Oh man, you ain't kidding. And especially because the Postal Service is absolutely incompetent out here, so you need Amazon because they deliver their own stuff.
Yeah, we get a lot of stuff from Amazon. I know our driver who comes out here pretty darn well. We're kind of on the tail end of his route, and so he always comes later in the day. And I've got Amazon Prime, with, you pay a monthly fee and you get free shipping. And I always kind of feel guilty. He'll be delivering $5 worth of stuff And I know he came a long ways out of his way to bring, 4 tubes of toothpaste and a brush or something. And I apologized, and he says, no. He says, this is keeping me in a great job. I love it. Just keep ordering.
Yeah, we're lucky. They actually just built I guess it's like a hub. It's not a warehouse, but they built a hub like about a mile from here. So a lot of people actually work there, but it definitely increased the quickness that we can get things now. So usually if something will come from California or it'll come from Phoenix, I can usually get it the next day here. A lot of the guys down there in Phoenix I talked to on the radio, some of them have ordered stuff and got it the same day, like a few hours later.
Yeah, isn't that insane? That's just crazy. You gotta love it. They are really quick on the trigger. They've got some fantastic hubs. They built a heck of a company. I wish I'd recognized that and invested in them early. That would have been something. They make money in the cities where they can just go from literally door to door and drop off stuff, and then when they come out to my house or your house, they're losing money, but that's okay. Apparently it's working out for them. Over.
Yeah, it definitely is. I had to order some stuff on eBay a while ago, and I'm like, wow, this is ridiculous. I forgot how bad it was. The seller waited 3 days to send my stuff, and then it just like sits there and gets stuck here in this place here, and then and then it doesn't show up to the post office in time to go out that day for delivery. It's like, I'll pay the extra to use Amazon. I don't care if it's cheaper on eBay. I won't use them anymore.
Yeah, I don't care for eBay much anymore. And particularly if you're selling something, they take a big chunk of the profits, and then shipping, they make money. And if you list something, they take a percentage. So I'm not real crazy about eBay, but Amazon, they've been pretty good. They've got a lot of suppliers. Now, you do have to kind of know the marketplace, because some sellers will overcharge you. So you have to kind of know what you should be paying for something. But if you kind of know what you should be paying, you can get some pretty good deals, and they're very reasonable. I ordered a shirt. It was just a T-shirt, and it was the wrong color. And so I called them up, and they said, no problem, no charge. And they said, for things under, I don't know, it's $5 or $6, they said, just keep the shirt. You don't even have to return it. So they've got a pretty good business model. Over.
Yeah, definitely. I've had them tell me to keep certain stuff too. And then the other thing is, like, also with them, I don't buy anything unless it says Prime on it. I won't buy if it's not actually fulfilled by them. That's the easiest way to keep from ending up in a funny situation waiting for something to show up too.
You bet. And just recently, I've started taking advantage of the Prime Video on my television. There's a channel that's got a lot of stuff on it. That's a free service from Prime. You take advantage of that, over?
Yeah, we use my sister-in-law's account, and I guess her husband has his own account too, and so, but we haven't tried to watch anything on there. I know she does like ebooks and stuff like that, and some other stuff, but it's amazing what they offer. I mean, some people complain it's kind of expensive, but then again, you remember when they raised the license fees for ham radio, these guys were like screaming about it. It's like, wow. But I bet you half of those people pay for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, I like the convenience of it. You don't worry about what it costs to ship something. You just order the darn thing and you get it quickly, and you get we watch a lot of the old TV shows. We like some of the stuff they've got. Some of the old television shows that are 10, 20, 30 years old that we enjoy, and a lot of movies. So out here, we don't get we have chosen not to take cable television, which is very expensive. In fact, we cut off cable long, long ago. So we get Netflix and we get Prime, and we're very happy with that. 0 commercials. Over.
Yep, I put an antenna on the roof for the kids to watch PBS Kids, and then I don't watch any TV myself, and I definitely stay away from watching the news because it makes my day a little bit more positive by not watching the news. I think sometimes I'm a little oblivious to what's actually going on, and my friends are like, well, didn't you hear about this? And didn't you hear? I'm like, no, I don't watch the news.
Well, I have quite a dislike for the major networks. CBS, MSNBC, all that. I don't trust them. I don't believe them. They have the one true narrative that they're going to push. It's not really news. It's